Hi, it's Maunder from Production Expert. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how you can use the new crowd generator tool in Krotos Studio to create convincing crowd sounds which are perfectly tailored to your needs. Krotos Studio includes both a standalone application and a plugin which you can use in your DAW. The crowds category includes 16 presets, as you can see here, and within each one of these are controls which are specific to that preset, which allow you to customize the sound to your requirements and have it change over time. Let's take a listen to a few examples. Maybe we'll start with general crowd. So if I click on start, it starts playing. And this XY pad area here is what allows us to actually control the sound and have it vary as we need it or fluctuate and change over time. So at the moment, it's mostly towards small group. Maybe we need a slightly larger group. You can hear the effect changes and blends into that larger crowd sound. Perhaps it's more male than female. And then maybe the scene transitions to a smaller group, which is mostly comprised of women. And then, once you're happy with the sound effect, you can click on stop. And Krotos Studio is creating an audio file in the background, which you can then drag to a track in your session, and you've got it there as audio. Great, let's try a couple of others. Murmuring crowd. So with this one, once again we've got a large group or a small group. And we can change the male to female blend. And you might notice there is a subtle reverb applied to this. This section here allows us to control that. That would be very excessive, but maybe that's what you require, or you can turn it off completely and have a totally dry sound. And then, of course, once you've established the sound and you've performed it correctly, you would then drag that to a track in your DAW. Let's try one more before we try actually syncing this with video. These callouts are quite good. These can be used to supplement other crowd sounds when you need specific callouts. For example,
hey you! Hey you! Hey you!
And you see every time I click it, it gives us a different hey you or a different
Yeah! Yeah!
Maybe we need them to be female, not male.
Yeah! Hey! Woo-hoo! Woo!
Okay, great. And let's say we're happy with that recording, drag that in, and there we have it, once again as a piece of audio we can actually use. Okay, now let's look at syncing this with video. Here we have a clip of a group of women in a social setting, and I've already used Krotos Studio to add a subtle restaurant background, not so much with people, but with cutlery and general background ambience. Let's see how it sounds so far. Okay, so it works. However, we really need that crowd, so let's find a suitable one in the crowds category. Maybe it's a social crowd. Let's try this. And as you can see, it's almost exclusively women, so let's choose female. Maybe the group size is slightly larger. Sounds about right. Okay, so I'm just going to stop that. I'm not going to use that recording because that was just one I was experimenting with. Now I'm going to start it going, run this, and generate a crowd sound of a suitable duration. Great, okay, stop that. And then once it's finished, just drag the recording to my track. The reverb on that actually worked quite well. Maybe I'll just edit the start so it starts immediately like this and just review a few seconds of that. Great, moving on to the next clip. This is some footage of a riot, and I've already used Krotos Studio to add a general city background with some sirens and so on, a few explosions, and also a few glass breaks. But it still needs the crowd. Here's what we have so far. Okay, so it's getting there, but of course we need a suitable effect. So let's scroll through the crowd sounds here. Mob Rage, that's going to be the one. Now this is a pretty intense event. Maybe we don't need the reverb, but I think we definitely need the intensity to be increased. And we have the option of clicking Mob Surge, and it'll give us a more intense sound as and when we need it. So let's take this back a little bit, start the sound running, play the video. Maybe we do a bit of a surge. Okay, sounds really good to me. And let's just drag this sound to the track. Maybe start it somewhere around here. Start it just before the picture, and let's just watch this through. Excellent, and that was extremely easy to achieve using the crowd generator in Krotos Studio. Next one, it's an audience, very large crowd, applause. I'm going to use the standing ovation preset here. Once again, this does actually seem to be largely girls, not exclusively, but largely. So we're going to go to standing ovation, and then starts playing. This is definitely a large group, more female than male. If you really want to change the pitch, you could do like that, or you could increase the pitch. Okay, so let's try this. Good, and then of course we could drop that onto a track in the same way we did before. So that's using the new crowd generator feature in Krotos Studio. As I demonstrated there, the sounds can all be triggered and controlled in real time, and they allow for really highly customized crowd effects which are ideally tailored to your footage. For more information, head over to krotos.studio. Thanks for watching.